Every inhale is a whisper of our ancient survival, a reminder that the air we call life began as a perilous gift, and that existence itself is born from adaptation and courage. Within the cells of our body, tiny mitochondria are the ancient heroes, turning what was once poison into power. Their story is our story, life learning again and again to transform threat into vitality. In a world that feels increasingly unstable, this deep inheritance of adaptation reminds us that resilience is written into our very cells. Long before humans walked the earth, nature tested evolution in ways that appeared destructive. In those early oceans, bacterial life survived on volcanic chemical scraps, energy drawn from minerals and heat, not from light. As life multiplied, simple compounds that once powered its metabolism grew scarce. Some bacteria began to tap into a new, inexhaustible source, sunlight. They learned to capture photons and stripped electrons from the surrounding hydrogen sulfide. This primitive photosynthesis released sulfur into the atmosphere. It was a revolutionary step, a way to draw energy directly from the sky, rather than relying solely on the chemistry of their surroundings. Stripping electrons from hydrogen sulfide was easy, but eventually this source too became depleted. In the pressure cooker of survival, some lineages experimented, driven by mutation and selection. Evolution tends to innovate only under pressure. Comfort breeds stability, but scarcity drives creativity. Life needed the challenge of limitation to unlock the boundless potential that had been there all along. Some bacteria developed tools that used the surrounding water as a far more abundant electron donor. However, water holds onto its electrons very tightly. The oxygen atom in H2O has a strong pull on its electrons, making it reluctant to give them up. Splitting water took ingenuity, but its abundance would free them from scarcity. This new mastery of light unlocked an unimaginable energy source. With water as fuel and sunlight as a catalyst, photosynthetic bacteria flourished. They filled the atmosphere with the breath of their own creation, oxygen. When they released oxygen into an atmosphere that had never known it before, it was toxic. Oceans rusted red, entire lineages collapsed. It looked like annihilation. Oxygen corroded delicate molecular bonds and poisoned the very cells that had released it. The world was forced to change its chemistry and life its strategy. In learning to capture light, Earth's first photosynthesizers had created a catastrophe. Yet from this shifting atmosphere, our mitochondria would rise, transforming the breath of the world into our power to thrive. The rising oxygen that threatened life forced bacteria into a desperate choice: survive alone in a hostile ocean or seek refuge inside of a larger single-celled host. Sheltered within larger cells, bacteria endured, slowly turning the once deadly oxygen into a source of energy. The engulfed bacteria evolved into mitochondria, the powerhouses of our cells today. Cells that had once survived in simplicity now had the capacity for complexity. Through this partnership, life gained the means to grow larger into multicellular organisms, and ultimately into the species that would look back on the story as its ancient origin. Evolution provides a lesson. What seems like an ending may be the necessary catalyst for something more. We have an inner source of power and connection that not only drives our vitality, but can activate awareness and purpose. Energized by the same inner processes, we transform life's experiences into spiritual strength and fortitude. The story of life is a story of merging, of elements joining to become the living ecosystem within us. Remembering this can return us to humility. We do not stand apart from nature, we are a continuation of it. In each breath and every challenge, this ancient rhythm continues, the transformation of crisis into power. It is an inheritance we share with everything on the earth. There is life in every breath. We need only breathe.